wanted his money. We know that she's a gold digger. She got with Ryan Leslie to get with Diddy. She asked him to take her over to see Diddy. Her mother told him, Cassie doesn't sing, but I just want to hear her voice. So can you record her? Now, she already accidentally bumped into Ryan Leslie at a club where he listened to his own music. So that means he'd be at the club all the time listening to his own music. She all of a sudden go to the club and start dancing on the table. But you act like she don't know that he's there. And then they start dating, quote unquote, let's fake dating. So all the people that read the credits on Bad Boy soundtrack where Will Smith was in the movie, they know that Ryan Leslie was a part of the Bad Boy soundtrack, and Diddy was a part of the Bad Boy soundtrack. He was in charge of it. So Ryan Leslie worked for him, under him, with him. Cassie is in the young set. They read these things like that. They know, like my age, we don't know all the facts like that, and we don't be looking all of the blue knowing this right or that. Like we gotta really search it out. We gotta go somewhere else and search it out. Even if we have the thing, the most we'll do is read the lyrics. Like we don't know all the credits. The young people do that pop culture stuff, so they know this person wrote the song, this person was the producer, all that. And so Cassie knew that Ryan Leslie was the producer on Bad Boy soundtrack and that he knew Diddy. That's why she stalked him to the club, and then he'd be there all the time listening to his own song. She danced on the table and he noticed her. Don't play with me. I'm not one of them goofy, dummies. You dance on the table at a club where he go to listen to his music exclusively. How do you find a celebrity? I can't go to a place and just bump into a celebrity. Where I go, the celebrities come where I'm at. I don't find the celebrity. You can't find them because they know how to duck and dive and go places. When they want to see me, they come where I'm at. I don't go where they're at. I go to places that pertain to me, right? So, how the hell can you find Ryan Leslie in a club? You know how many clubs is on the planet? You know how many clubs is in America? You know how many clubs is in New York and Florida? You found Ryan Leslie? Then, when Ryan Leslie introduced you to Diddy, and he hired you as one of his singers, and you get a 10-year contract, you somehow accidentally find out where he partied too. This time, Diddy kicks her out of the club. I think she was gonna go into the club and get wild and dance on the baguette again, so he can fall for her and date her. Guess what he did? She was his employee. She was dating. She was dating Ryan Leslie. He kicked her out of the club. Something about her, something she did that made him say something's wrong with her. He kicked her out of the club. What boss and owns a label would kick their artist out of the club? When I say that to people, when I put that in my lawsuit, they think that that's just something easy, that like that's just something normal. I'm your boss. You're my artist. If you come into the club and you're a good person, I'll be like, oh, come sit down. If there's no beef, there's no problem. I'll be like, oh, come on in, come sit down. We just partying. Diddy knew something was wrong with this hoe. He didn't tell her to leave. He kicked her out of the club like it was his club. You don't think something wrong with that? Diddy knew something was wrong with her. She was dating Ryan Leslie. She stalked Ryan Leslie to the club, wound up dating him. Then when Ryan Leslie introduced her to Diddy, and Diddy hired her, gave her a 10-year contract, she stalked Diddy to the club, and he was so disgusted at her being in a club with him, he kicked her out. Nobody want to know what did he see, no, what did she say to make him want to kick her out of the club that he knew he should not party with her. Somehow she coerced him to party with her. It has to be because he definitively said, you can't party with me. Get the fuck out of the club. He even kicked her out. Like she could have went to the bodyguard and said, hey, people in the club, don't let him kick me out. She left. He told her, get the fuck out of here. However he said it, what you had to do something that he saw, heard, or know about you. He said you can't party with him. You think that's just natural? She's trying to make it look like he's controlling. He kicked me out of the club. Exactly. That means you should never have parties with him. You don't get no passes for being in a club with him, being in a freak off with him, being in a relationship with him. He wanted to keep it professional. He didn't even want to see you in a personal setting. You are a Rico. You are a sex trafficker, Cassie, Daphne, or you. If Daphne said 50 Cent kicked her in the stomach and chased her into the bathroom, everybody chasing you into the bathroom. You demanded money from people, Cassie says. She has to give her money because she got to look like a billionaire's girlfriend. He didn't give her the money. Apparently, you're not his girlfriend. Apparently, he don't want you to look like a billionaire. You don't want people to think he's tricking on you because you're not his woman. You stalked him to the club. Now you forcing him to date you. You're telling him to give you money. He keeps trying to tell you no. Why? I never planned on dating you. You're forcing me to date you. You're not getting it? He wasn't generous. That wasn't generous. Somehow you coerced him to date you. He kicked you out of the club. Nothing personal. We only do business. In the boardroom, when he introduced Cassie to his staff, he was very nice and kind. He wanted her to be in his presence. When he went to the club on his private time, he did not want to be around her. He kicked her out of the club. That is a lot. That means she vetoed him, and the staff helped her to get into his life. He said no. The staff jumping on his back and beating him and stuff like that. He has to defend himself. He's telling the girl he don't want her. Then he's going out with other girls, and she said, "You lying to me." Okay, I'm telling you, I'm with other women. Why? You 11. You're only 22. What the hell is a 40 something man gonna do with a 22-year-old? He's not interested in you, and it's a surprise. What planet are you on? I'm on Earth. The Jews and Christians are on Earth. Where are you, Kathy, and all you harlots and hoes and whores and Jezebels? What planet do you live on? Hell? You think it's a planet? It's hot down there. It ain't no joke. And then Lake of Fire is worse. He's telling her he doesn't want to be with her, but you already see you're 22 and he's old enough to be your father or your grandfather. He might have been old enough. He might be old enough to be her grandfather. Like you can have a kid like 18. You can have a kid like 18. He's old enough to at least be your father. You keep trying to make him have sex with you. He's letting you have sex with the escort. You're trying to have sex with the escort so you can get to him. You don't take a hit and you don't take a straightforward. Straightforward, he told you don't party with him. That's one. Now he's letting you get escorts because now he can't be straightforward. He got to go sideways and let you fuck them and see if you can get tired so you don't want to have sex with him. He's letting you have sex with them for 4 days as long as you could stand so he could wear you out so he don't have to have sex with you. And you still got energy to have sex with him. You don't get that you understand he don't want to have sex with you. He's letting you have sex with the guy for like 4 days straight and he's not getting involved. He's just watching. And then you keep forcing him to partake. So you clear he doesn't want to touch you. A man wants you to sleep with somebody else, allows you, he don't want you. Stop trying to stick your tongue at the older women to say, we got your man, we got the older man. We sticking our tongue at you. You drinking pee, and then we just found out you also drank sperm. You collected man's sperm and drinking it. This sounds like a horror movie. It sounds like a horror movie. And then the escort is talking about Cassie explained to him. He said to her, I can't pee in your mouth and then have sex with you. I can only have sex with you. Cassie said, well, let me explain to you why I like to drink pee. It's warm and it makes me feel, and I just said, I just like, I blanked out. Like, I just stopped listening. You have an excuse for why you drink pee, so nobody's forcing you. But you think that you are saying something that's a good explanation, and you think you're okay. Whatever false god you worshiping, you're doing exactly, you're proving a point why you shouldn't have false gods, why you should worship Yahweh. The children of God that worship Yahweh, Elohim, the Jews and Christians, we don't drink pee, we don't drink sperm. If you try to trick us into it, our people will repent and stop doing it, and we're not going to hell. You are. And if you try to drag us to do the evil, and you try to do like Sodom and Gomorrah and rape us, we're going to defend ourselves. Somebody will defend us, and or the angels will defend us, or God Himself will blast you, and we won't even ask you. Y'all nasty. Damn. Drinking pee. I thought that was bad. I thought that was like inconceivable. I thought the earth was gonna shatter and be gone because she drank pee. Then the man said she was collecting my sperm every time we was having sex. I was trying to figure out what she was doing. Cassie was drinking the escort sperm. I can't believe I can actually say that. He says this in a video. You know, Jews and Christians, we know that sin exists. We've heard all the stories. We hear about abortion. That's one of the worst things. But somebody's drinking urine, drinking pee. You trying to outdo abortion and stuff like that. Like, and you still saying you had a loving relationship. You were drinking pee and you were drinking sperm. This is like Beyonce with a partition song where she talking about sucking Jay-Z penis or the bodyguard penis or all the men that she dates. They're saying that Beyonce sleeps around with everybody. So they're not in any kind of committed relationship. I don't really care. The only thing I care about is Jay-Z keeps pursuing me. I want that to stop. I can deal with anything I believe that he stole from me. I, in good faith, believe he stole stuff from me. My name is Sharon Brown. I call myself Swiss Beats. I even use the Z. There's a Swiss Beats. We just happen to work with them. SB, SB. I have the SB. Kasim Dean does not have the SB. Why does Kasim Dean call himself Swiss Beats? When I'm SB, I make beats, I make music. I played in my house in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Jay-Z, his name is not Jay, it's Sean Carter. My brother's name is James. I used to call him Jay-Z or James. That's my brother. So Sharon Brown, Swiss Beats, James Jay-Z, lives in Bed-Stuy, and they're pretending that Jay-Z is the one that made the name. Your name is not Jay-Z, you're quote-unquote Jay-Z. Like when we say Jay-Z, it's like a joke. Jay-Z. That's why he's not. That's why in Bed-Stuy we would go to parties all the time. We would play music all the time. And forget about like we would go to the parties. We never heard a Jay-Z song. In Bed-Stuy, nobody played Jay-Z. We went to parties like multiple times a week, and at least like every week you'd be going to a party. Not one person played a Jay-Z song in Bedford-Stuyvesant at any of the parties. We were at parties late night, a long time, hours and hours. Nobody was repping Jay-Z. We were on the music scene over there. There's a lot of stuff. Even people were mentioning rappers and stuff because some people in my neighborhood know rappers. We lived around the corner from Old Dirty Bastard. Biggie Smalls lived in the neighborhood. Mr. C lived in the neighborhood. Jay-Z lived down a little farther. But in my neighborhood, I lived around the corner, or he lived around the corner from me, Old Dirty Bastard. Nobody cares. Like my father was a boxer who walked around with models. My mother was a nurse, but her family owned churches. That's a bigger celebrity than anybody. Her family owned churches, and they were pastors and deacons and stuff like that. That's major in the community. Like singers and stuff is small time compared to a pastor. Like the reputation that a pastor has, he's the first mogul. He does all the singing, the music, the do the board, do the computer this, print out that, organize this, organize. Like he's doing all that. Like the pastor is the first mogul. He's the one that's doing all the stuff. He's doing the music, the plays at church, the dance at church, all the stuff you can see in Hollywood. We do at church. Some of them actually do movies and stuff like that. When I was younger, Pastor Frederick K. Price, he used to do like a little not sitcom, but like a TV show within the preaching. Like he would preach, and then as a part of it, he would like have a scenario where people acted out certain things and show you how God did whatever. So my family owned churches. We're used to the mobile thing. You gotta do the choir, that's music. You gotta get the music. You write the songs, whatever. We did all that. So when they come to the church to get the people, most of the rappers are Christian. That's why certain rappers that are not Christian try to knock down every other rapper. Why are you trying to knock down every other rapper? Because you said Jesus can't save you. And what the other rappers say, I quote the Bible, a verse or whatever. They trying to kiss the Jews and the Christians. Of the money that they making across the board, I mean, I guess people got lives. They can't be chasing around some scrubs that's stealing from everybody. Like that. It's like a thousand of us, and it's one dude that's poor stealing from everybody. Everybody feels sorry for him. I guess they're like pitching for yeah, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess it's like they're feeling sorry for him. Somebody just stealing. It's almost like Jay-Z and Beyonce are homeless because they don't have any money. They take out loans and stuff. They're supposed to be billionaires. They owe Nicki Minaj $200,000. If you look at every investment that they said they made, if they're doing bad business like that, imagine how many other artists they owe. You owe somebody $200 million on one deal, and you bought a house for $200 million. You took Nicki Minaj's cash. You didn't get. You tried to give her $1 million. Imagine that. It's me. Imagine you going to business with me. I owe you $200 million. I try to give you $1 million. When you think I'm broke, you would say, okay, if one person made $200 million, didn't everybody make $200 million? We at least made a billion or multiple billion. What do you need with my little 200 million when it looked like your company supposedly did well? So why would you take my 200 million and only try to give me 1 million? You got to be broke. That's why Jay-Z and Beyonce taking out all these loans. You can't. I took accounting. You can't have money if I do a business deal with you, and you say that you have $200 billion, you have $1 billion for yourself, $2 billion for yourself. If I make $200 million on a deal that we do, and you try to give me 1 million on a 200 million investment, and I got back 200 million, and you want to give me 1 million, bro? Your ass is gonna be you in slavery and shit. You owe a lot of people a lot of money if you gotta steal $200 million, because that's telling me this deal made so much money I could walk away with 200 million myself, but you need to steal it because you don't really have the 2 billion you say. And whatever happened with that title deal, it probably wasn't yours. That's why you can't keep the money. You don't have any money. You just pass it along and pass all the assets along, and you don't have any money to move around. You have no money. So if you're willing to give me 1 million, anybody can scrape $1 million. They're getting title, and it's title is the name of a king in the Bible. When I was in Bedford Stuyvesant, I was reading about title, a king in the Bible, and I wanted to make a music streaming site about title because it's title wave, but the king in the Bible was title. But sure, Jason said he made it. He didn't know that there's a king in the Bible named Title. Everything I do is based on the Bible or something Christian. Like Rockerfeller was Jewish and Christian. Every time you listen to a song on Rockefeller, the person's name Rockefeller was a Jewish or Christian. So I don't care if they dish Jesus on the label, it's still a Christian label. They helped Drake get to #1, and they stupid enough not to know that they helped Drake get to #1. But if you talk to the person that says he created Rockefeller, ask him, Did you know that Rockefeller was Jewish? And did you know that he was also Christian? His family was Christian, but he started practicing Judaism. So you know you promoting Judaism Christianity. So when you diss Jesus in your song, it just looks like a wayward rapper on a label just saying something out of pocket, or maybe it's something clever that a Christian is saying, like dissing myself. Like if I wanted to diss Jesus, dissing myself. Who knows? What I just said, it's a wayward artist. But Rockefeller, the man, he gave to Jewish charities, and his family was Christian. He also practiced Judaism because it's very close, Judaism and Christianity. So whenever you make a song on Rockefeller, you're promoting Judaism and Christianity. Thank you, God. When I created Rockefeller Records, Rockefeller, I took it from the name Rockefeller because I knew he was Jewish, but he was also Christian. His background was Christian, but he became Jewish. So now I wanted Christian music on the Rockefeller label. I made Rockefeller in Memphis, Stuyvesant. Kanye jumped on there and did Jesus Walk, so that helped me out. I don't care what you say about Jesus. Like the rapper said, I don't care what you say. Just spell my name right. So we get our gifts from Jesus. Apparently, Jesus is telling people, I don't care what you say, just spell my name right. So if you say Jesus can't save you, as long as everybody knows the label Rockefeller was a Christian and he was also Jewish, you promoting Judaism and Christianity. You can make one or two records that diss Christ, you could diss Jews, but when they see the name of your label, Rockefeller, it's Christian, it's Jewish. Did you know that? Like, did you know you're promoting Christianity? That's why I could take a vacation, take a break, relax, take a staycation. I could chill because they basically doing the work for me. Any project I say I want to do, they steal it and put it out on Rockefeller. And then the some of them are pretending to be Christian, which helped me relax and just be able to chill. Because as long as she says she's Christian, Christ is in the word Christian. People still have Christ. Hey, you still preaching accidentally. Gotcha, made you. If you copy me and say you're Christian and you know you're not, because I looked up what Beyonce was into. It's not Christianity. They burned candles and did all kind of wacky stuff. It's not our Christianity. But if you keep saying you're Christian, you're let me be able to sit on the sidelines because as long as you say Christ, as long as you say Jesus, as long as He get out there, the Bible said, "Call upon the name of the Lord and be saved." All the people that hear the name, it'll affect them the right way. You can let it do nothing for you, or be your stumbling block, whatever. All I know is Rockefeller was Jewish and Christian. Anytime you buy something on Rockefeller, you are putting money in the coffers of Jewish and Christian because it's going to make people purchase more Jewish and Christian stuff around the world. Drake is number one, and he sold 10 billion. And it's probably more because they're playing with the numbers, and they had to take 30 million viewers from Kendrick Lamar. How you lose 30 million viewers and you was going against Drake? So you are fake. And Jason sent you against Drake because Obama told him to, and Biden. Obama don't like you. Obama got scared of his life. They said they were gonna arrest his ass. Like Jason, pedophilia. They both pedophilia. The trio, Obama, Biden, Jay-Z. And there's a bunch of them, like the most. Jay-Z is low level, but if we keep telling him he's big time, like he's doing major stuff, he just jump out the window and do all kinds of crazy shit, and he still push the Christian company. Rockefeller is Christian, Rockefeller is Jewish. You can put any crap you want to on that label as long as you keep that name Rockefeller, because it promotes Christianity and Judaism. The name, every time somebody researches Rockefeller, it says he's Jewish and Christian. You lost. You might win some, but that's last one. And you're responsible for Lauren Hill going to jail for taxes. You try to do that, Derek. Bye. You out.